best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of bias. The best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
You are now listening to the Best of Bias podcast with Lydell, Dinero, and Hugo Twilight.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Lydell, Dinero. Today is a special episode. Like I say, every time we got a lot in store. We got a review of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We got 2 episodes to review today, episode 3 and episode 4. We got AKA in the building. Without further ado, let's just get right into it, man. How you been, man?
I've been cool. Been just chilling.
Chilling. You been enjoying the show?
Oh yeah, the show's dope. I like it.
And
I like where it's going.
How are you comparing it to WandaVision? Is it like as hyping you up as much as you every week as you were for WandaVision?
WandaVision was more of like a bunch of not spoilers, but a bunch of like little hidden things that you look forward to. This one is like watching another Avengers movie, just like in parts, kind of.
Yeah, really.
So it's a little different. It kind of has that movie feel to it.
I feel that. So, best of bias listeners, if you haven't caught up yet, if you're not on episode 3 of Falcon and Winter Soldier, you need to catch up. We're going to say spoiler alert right now. We're going to start with episode 3, Power Broker. We've been hearing a lot about the Power Broker. We don't know who the Power Broker is right now, but we know he's pretty much running things, he or she, because we don't know exactly who it is. This episode, we see the Winter Soldier go and, Sam Wilson go and visit an old friend. I wouldn't say friend necessarily, but Baron Zemo was brought back into the MCU. We get to revisit him. And what do you think of the episode? So, just overview real quick. Just let them know how you like the episode so far. Overall, not too deep. Just.
I like that. I like it showed like different elements. I wasn't sure if some of the characters they had inside of here were like characters that represented somebody from the Marvel universe.
Right.
But irregardless, it still was a good episode, and it showed us a little bit more depth of Baron Zemo's character.
Right.
That you didn't really get the feel of that in the movie Civil War, because he had an agenda in that movie, and now he's just like it's showing, just more of who he is, and it's giving us more of a comic book feel towards him.
Right, and they're kind of giving him the little Killmonger kind of twist, like you feel his plight. You feel what he's saying, but he kind of goes overboard in trying to prove his point.
Yeah.
Way overboard. He is against supremacy, so he goes out of his way to try to stop teams or people that acquire too much power and looks like they're changing the world for, or they can change the world for the worse. You know what I mean? So now Baron Zemo is just hunting down anybody. If you've seen Civil War, and are a fan of the MCU, you know what Baron Zemo did in that movie, kind of brainwashed Captain. He brainwashed. Oh, actually, what did he do? He actually found the video of Winter Soldier killing Iron Man's parents, and found the book to be able to brainwash Winter Soldier and unlock the assassin inside of him and shit like that. So
he also killed Black Panther's father.
Oh yeah, he for sure did that shit. I forgot he killed T'Chaka.
Killed a lot of people.
Yeah, he killed a lot of people. Just trying to get, in his sense, trying to rid the world of supremacy. So is this kind of?
I thought he was getting revenge in that one. Wasn't he getting more just revenge for his family?
Oh yeah, because his where he was from was destroyed in, I think, Age of Ultron.
Yeah, when they dropped that city, it took out his whole family.
Yeah, he dropped that shit out of the sky, and he was trying to get revenge from that. In Civil War, he actually shot the last couple of people that were frozen, that were in the Winter Soldier project. He shot them in the head, and then made the Avengers fight against each other because he thought the Avengers were a threat too, because they were too powerful, and that it was this whole little supremacy trip. He didn't want that to happen, so they try to turn them against each other. But now it's interesting seeing, Winter Soldier break him out of jail, kinda.
He like just lit the spark, kind of,
What'd you think about that scene?
I thought it was dope. I thought it was interesting the way he did it. Now I figured he would do something like that just because his character isn't one that like really follows the rules anyway. So, I felt like I didn't know he was gonna do it, like, sit there and help him in the way he did escape. But
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good, like, quick way to get it done.
Yeah, and it kind of showed Zemo's other skills, like his fighting skills, his kind of like spy skills. In Civil War, they didn't really show much about him. He's just this guy that that
Yeah,
was a plotter and kind of tried to trick the Avengers into fighting against each other. But I personally am enjoying the comedy and the back and forth they have.
yeah.
Fucking Sam Wilson is so fucking funny. And he was just like arguing with Winter Soldier. He's like, "Wait, where are we, man?" He just out of nowhere. He was like, "Wait, hold on," and then he just walks up out of nowhere. And
Oh
then
yeah, when he comes into the garage, yeah.
you're right. And when they had to go to Madripoor, and he was acting like what something tiger.
Yeah, the dude with the damn with the stupid suit. That suit looked
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you're right. And he took the shot with the little
It was, what was it, like a cobra or something in it? I forgot
over
the hell it
like
was.
intestines or some bullshit, and he drank it. Just
Yeah.
gave him the thumbs up. That shit was so funny to me, but
That shit
I'm
looked so
really enjoying the
nasty.
comedy. Yeah, that shit was crazy. We also, so pretty much in the plot of this one, they break Zemo out of jail with the intentions of trying to find more information on the super soldier serum, and maybe can find out more about what the Flag Smash organization is kind of up to with trying to steal the serum and spread it out to other people and make other super soldiers.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was intense, man. Starting with like Madripoor, how did you feel about seeing X-Men City come to life in the MCU?
I like that. I mean, like, they didn't have any mutants there, but like it gave you the feel because of the way the guys were. They were like they were all like bad mutants, something like that. But of course, none of them, like, displayed any powers, especially when Winter Soldier started going ham on people's face.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but still, like, the environment gave you like a feel that old X-Men feel without having any X-Men there.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't get to go to Hightown right away, they had to go to Lowtown. So it kind of
Yeah.
underworld. So in this scene, if you saw the show this week or last week, you kind of know what's going on. They follow Zemo. Zemo has a lead on where they can kind of find information on the soldier serum. So they go to Madripoor, Lowtown, and they kind of get themselves into a little situation. What happens when they go to Lowtown? I kind of forgot.
Oh, they go there and they talk to the bartender. He gets a drink, and then, like, they start to doubt him. So
Oh yeah,
Zemo makes the Winter Soldier flip out and kick everybody's ass. I mean, he's
right.
acting, of course, but
Right. They go undercover acting character because they're going to meet somebody named Shelly, I believe,
yeah,
who is the power broker's kind of underboss. And they go try to talk to him to kind of try to see what's going on. And that's when they don't really believe they are who they are. So that's when
well, Sam's sister calls.
yeah, Sam's sister calls and kind of blows his cover. That's when they get upstairs, though. Downstairs, they have to prove themselves by fighting. Zemo pretends to activate the Winter Soldier, and he just whoops everybody's ass in the bar. And it kind of seems like the Winter Soldier is kind of enjoying it too much. And then Sam
Yeah.
asks him if he's good because shit, you can't have the old Winter Soldier coming out and still kill everybody in the building. That's when they actually go up to meet Shelly, and they think everything's all good. They get the information they need, but then that's when Sam's sister calls them, which is kind of weird
Yeah.
to me how they heard that fucking phone on vibrate. It's a loud ass vibrate.
It was a
A
super loud
loud ass
vibrate.
vibrate. Nobody's fucking unless that fucking jacket was made out of fucking what? Fucking patent leather. Shit vibrated.
Yeah.
It just pop, 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 pop. But shit, yeah.
And my thing was, is like, Sam looked kind of like the guy, but he didn't look that much like him. To like, these people already knew him. Why weren't they like more like, you don't look like that dude? Like,
Right.
like they were, maybe, I don't know, maybe they going off the whole thing. All black folks look alike, but
That picture
I don't
didn't
know.
look like him though. Not
It
hella, but
looked, no,
it's
it
Glenn.
did, yeah. It looked like him, but I figured, like, there's people who look like you, but if I was right in front of him, I'd be like, nah, that's not Patrick.
Right. Yeah, that's weird. But luckily, after his cover was blown, bullets come flying through the room, killing Shelly and killing a bunch of people and
Yeah.
saving their ass. So that's interesting. And then, but as soon as they kill, not they, whoever kills Shelly with the bullets coming out the window, a John Wick type bounty was placed on all three of them, and they have to
Yeah.
escape without being killed, which was pretty crazy. Drew is really similar John Wick drawbacks. Even when the lady was pointing the finger guns out the window, pew,
Yeah.
and she was corny, but It was epic, yeah. It was interesting to me also that Sam didn't really use his wings or his Falcon suit at all this whole episode. It was
Yeah,
just showing
he didn't even bring it. Yeah.
right. It showed that he actually had to have hands, and showing the fact that he actually is a lieutenant out there, and doing some work without the actual suit.
Yeah,
Um,
I was hoping that like he would have some more like Stark tech Stark type of like situation where like he can call the damn suit to him, but
right,
they haven't really shown that at all yet. But that
right.
would be dope. That would be dope if they had that.
For sure. And then that's when Sharon Carter makes an appearance. They're getting pulled up on by everybody in Madripoor. Everybody's trying to kill them because that bounty, I don't really know how much it was, like 50,000, 5,000. I don't know how much it was, but
Yeah, I forgot.
how much ever it was, everybody was trying to whack their ass. Pause. But Sharon Carter comes out of nowhere. I guess she's been wanted in the United States for like stealing the Falcon armor and
And
shield.
the shield, yeah.
Civil War was taking place when the ordinance against them and they were wanted and shit like that. So I guess everybody else was pardoned except for her. So she was hiding out in Madripoor.
Which
And
is pretty shady if you think about it. That's pretty shady.
right, yeah,
Like her auntie was like a decorated hero, and the people who she ended up helping out, most of them all got pardoned. Why wouldn't she? I don't understand why
right.
she should have
And
got something, but maybe
this
they'll
is
explain it.
this is also how you know the MCU is a fantasy place because no way in hell would a black man be pardoned before a white woman in the United States of America,
Exactly.
especially for crimes like that was committing in the MCU. But anyways, yeah, that was interesting. We get to meet her again, and her relationship with Captain America is fucking weird as fuck, anyways, because his aunt was
Yeah.
with Captain America, and then she died, and then she started hooking up with Captain America. Yeah,
Well,
that
no, I thought that was beforehand. I thought she hooked up with him before she
no,
died. Or was it
well,
after
it
she
was
died?
before she died because he came back and she was hella old, and then he
Yeah,
hooked
because
up with
he didn't know that she was her niece until she died.
her. Ooh,
That's when he found out. Yeah, then he didn't want to hook up with her after that.
but she did.
No, I thought he hooked up with her before, and then once she passed away and she claims, she stated who she was. I don't remember him hooking up with her after that. I
Well,
might be wrong
it was
though.
a last long passionate kiss, so it kind of was like,
Yeah.
and then I feel like if she didn't, well, I don't know. If she didn't die after the blip, I don't know what might have happened. Oh, and when the alternate timeline happened in Endgame, did he go back and live with Peggy Carter, or did he
I,
just
I believe he did. I think he went back and yeah, got married to her and all that stuff and had kids with her.
making sure it wasn't Sharon? That would be interesting.
Yeah. Nah,
But
because he was hella old. So.
right, but he was. Oh yeah, because he had to be back there and aging. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. But yeah, but it turns out Sharon is a fucking badass. She's whooping everybody's ass, shooting everybody in the head. Actually, and the violence in the show is pretty top notch for a show that's
Oh
on
yeah.
Plus. Because I think she shoots somebody in the head point blank in this
I don't know
episode.
if she's him in the head, but she's shooting people. I know
She
that
shot somebody,
definitely.
I swear,
And
like
stabbing people.
yeah, in the same scene, a guy was like
Hmm.
coming around the crate, and she just shot him in the head, and he just, but no blood came
Yeah.
out. I was
She's
like,
like
yeah.
she's on the what you call it, Black Widow. What's her name again?
No,
The Black Widow.
yeah,
Like, yeah, she's on her like level fighting wise.
exactly. So I mean,
Yeah.
where's she?
Even Sam isn't on that level.
Right,
You know.
exactly. She was killing shit. That was John Wick style. She was doing shit like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, so basically, after getting the information from Shelley, she finds out that they have this scientist. I probably forgot exactly what his name was. That was
I forgot too.
somewhere hidden out making the super soldier serum, and he's made like 20 vials so far.
Hmm.
That's when they get a lead on where he is, and Sam, Winter Soldier, and Baron Zemo. Actually, rewind a little bit because after Zemo breaks out of jail, we find out that he's actually a Baron and hella rich.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Right,
Which is funny because he's like all against supremacy. Dude, you rich as shit. You're a baron. Like
right,
that ain't supremacy. I don't know what it is.
right. He had a private jet, a fucking butler, hella cars and shit like that. And basically, they use his private jet to get to where they're going, anyways. But fast forward to back to where we were. They get a lead on where this scientist is that's making the super soldier serum. They find him, and he's telling his story about how he came to be and how he came to, be the scientist that's making the super soldier serum. He was working on it before the blip happened. He was trying to perfect it. He was gone for 5 years. So once he came back, the power broker grabbed him up to continue making the super soldier
Hmm.
serum so he can create an army of super soldiers. But the leader of the Flag Smashers. What's her name again? Carly?
Carly Morgenthau or something like that.
Morgenthau.
Yeah,
She stole the
yeah.
files, and the power broker is actually after the Flag Smashers. So we're kind of finding out the Flag Smashers aren't necessarily bad guys. They're trying to do shit for a good cause, but at the same time, we figure out the power broker is trying to develop the serum for evil things as well.
If you think about it, like they're kind of like Baron Zemo in a way, like except for they're like he's trying to get rid of supremacy with super soldiers, and they're trying to get rid of supremacy with just
Politics and
capitalism and whatnot. Yeah,
government and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the Flag Smashers kind of MO. That's what they
but
think.
they got the same methods. Like I mean, he kills people to get his make sure his he gets his point across, and I mean, so far they're fucking people up to get their point across.
Exactly, especially the Flag Smashers. It's not showing no mercy after Carly Morgenthau, her mentor. I don't know if it's her mom necessarily. It's her mentor. Her
Maybe her adopted mother or something.
yeah,
I'm
something
not
like
sure.
that. She got tuberculosis, and she was hoping that the super soldier serum can cure her. But after she dies, she kind of loses a little bit of her, humanitarian side. She actually blows up a building with people still inside. So it kind of makes the Flag Smashers more wanted. So fast forward back to finding the serum and the scientist giving this speech. Baron Zemo is not liking what he's saying because this man is having a good time creating this serum that, Baron Zemo dedicated his life to stopping the creation of killing whoever was or trying to kill whoever had the serum inside of them. So this guy had to go in Baron Zemo's eyes, and he blasted him. How'd you feel about him?
Yeah, he just smoked him. I mean, I didn't think he was gonna do that. And truthfully, after he did that, like, I don't understand how. Like, I can understand Winter Soldier still being cool with him, but like, not Sam. The way Sam is, that's like, Sam is the Black Cap. That's like the way he thinks and stuff. So to let him get away with that and still be cool with him and not turn his ass in is just
It's
weird.
crazy.
But
Yeah, it's kind
but
of wild.
another thing about the way like Carly like was now taking shit to the extreme.
Hmm.
I was thinking that maybe that's like foreshadowing like that particular super soldier serum, how it unlike Cap's, his was like
Refined.
just yeah, and it was perfected to
Right.
where he still had his morals and everything like that. He didn't go extreme with stuff,
Uh-huh.
and it's showing that maybe her character doesn't like a violent person. She's like a little ginger girl, and now she's like going extreme, measures and stuff because she's trying to get her point across. So
Exactly.
I was thinking, because like, if like, they said that they got it from the Black Cap, right? The old black dude. That's where they got the
Yeah.
yeah. And like I'm like, if you go back to his was incomplete. A bunch of people were getting tested on, and most of them didn't make it except for him. And it still ended up messing up his brain over time.
Yeah.
So it's like I figured like, okay, that's foreshadowing that this particular super soldier serum is flawed.
Exactly. And it's kind of causing people to go over the edge, kind of lose their sanity.
Yeah.
Kind of like going overboard and can't control their powers and getting power hungry. That brings us, let's talk a little bit about John Walker, the new Captain America, and his whole connection to this. Mostly he's trying to just catch up and trying to be Captain America, but it seems as though Winter Soldier and Sam Wilson are already always a step ahead of him, and he doesn't like that. He wants to be the guy in charge. He wants to be the guy to receive the accolades and be the guy to get congratulated for solving this case.
And I feel
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like he has like a mentality of where he wants the respect that Cap had without give out any of the accolades. I mean, I know he has military accolades, but that's different from Avengers and them being a superhero.
Right.
But he's trying to have that same respect, and then I don't know. To me, he feels like a spoiled ass brat so far. Like,
and the fact that he's not even a super soldier is like he has to kind of fall back and kind of let the experience of these guys that are super soldiers that fought against Thanos and shit like that, higher beings that he has no even thought of, fighting against. That he needs to fall back a little bit. Just because he has a shield doesn't mean he to say all be all. You know what I mean?
And like, is that like I know that shield defies like all logic, but The fact that a regular ass dude can throw it like that is still just fucking with me. But
Right. Yeah, that shit is weird. And it bounces back and it sticks on his arm. That should be snapping some arm
yeah.
like that.
Another thing is it looks different than the other shield, but I'm assuming it's the same one because I mean it's got to be still made out of vibranium and
Right.
whatnot. I'm not sure, but
Who
it
knows?
looks different.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, man, and then that brings us to kind of towards the end. Bucky starts to kind of see these little balls. I remember them from actually in the Black Panther movies when
Yeah.
they actually put one of those in a wound and it actually expanded. I remember that they had some of those that
I remember them when they like dropped him out at the beginning when he like went to go save his girl. They
right at
like
the beginning
hooked
when they
onto the
took
hook.
the car.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they pretty much they can just do anything,
you're right.
right? Those
You're
things.
right. Because I
Those.
remember somebody got shot and he stuck that in the hole and it expands and it was like nanites that kept her alive or him. Could have been actual about Black Panther that happened too. But right when I saw that, I either thought I was going to see Shuri or Zuri, excuse me, or it was going to be a little cameo from Chadwick Boseman in the actual Black Panther suit, not really his face. Just say
Yeah.
needed Zemo because, of course, that he killed their king, T'Chaka, which actually is why T'Challa actually became the Black Panther in the first place.
Yeah.
Well,
They
actually,
probably did. They might have wanted to do that, but then with those circumstances, well, I don't know. Like, depending on when this thing was made, you think I'm pretty sure it was made before he passed away, and
right.
he was already like losing a ton of weight before that, anyways. But he was still making movies and stuff. So
I don't know if they
I
would
don't
actually
know.
put him in there, and I'm actually surprised they didn't put the girl from The Walking Dead in there to actually do that.
Oh yeah, that's
I don't know
right.
if she's not going to be in the MCU anymore, but she was in Black Panther. I remember the actual actress.
Yeah, but I mean that the one they did put was actually the first one that showed up anyway. She was the first one in Civil War who was protecting the king and T'Challa.
Yeah, and that was supposed to
So
be the girl from Walking Dead's actual girlfriend, anyways, in the comics, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember, but they just made them like best friends in the movie because
Uh,
let's acquired them, but they were supposed to be actual lovers in the comics. So who knows?
yeah,
Yeah, and that kind of brings us to the second episode. We can just kind of slide right into the actual fourth episode. Excuse me. Um, it was called "The Whole World Is Watching." So basically, in this episode, we're kind of dealing with. It brings us back to the conversation being had by the Dora Milaje and Winter Soldier, telling
hmm
Winter Soldier they need Zemo back because he has to answer for his crimes and killing T'Chaka. If you're breaking him out of jail, he's gonna have to come with us because we have to punish him for what he did. He's not gonna be walking free.
yeah,
And then that brings us to the flashback of fucking the Winter Soldier in Wakanda. How'd you feel about that
yeah.
flashback?
I thought that was dope. It shows how much like they helped him out. Especially her. She helped him get over the whole code. She decoded him, I guess.
Hmm.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
Hmm.
And it also is like it shows you that he's in a tight space because he has all his respect for them and understands where they're coming from, but he needs Baron Zemo. But to me, I feel like they don't need Zemo that much anymore. So it's like give his ass up. By that point, I feel like he did what he needed to do and give him to them. I didn't see the need for them to keep him around anymore because he wasn't really a ton of help anymore. You
Right.
know.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it was interesting. I thought the Winter Soldier Bucky was gonna give him up anyways. That was
yeah,
the plan. After it was over, he was gonna give him to the Dora
yeah,
Milaje and just move on because shit, he is not gonna go against Wakanda. That's who
yeah,
he was hiding out with them. Gave him his arm, owes them his life. So I think he's gonna
yeah.
stay pretty
I
much.
think he said in a previous episode that was like the his first actual peace that he's had in a long time was being in Wakanda. So
Right. And I hella
yeah.
respected that after he talked to him, he went upstairs and let him know, hey, we have to give you to the Dora Milaje after we're done with this. They're coming after you right now. He
I
told him
wouldn't have. I wouldn't have told him shit. I would have went up there and just act like everything was cool, because I mean, you got to think this dude is not stupid. He was the dude who actually broke up the Avengers. You telling him that now he's gonna have enough time to plot a plan to get away. Let him stay in. I mean, he probably already knew anyways, but
right. And I feel
you
like
know,
that he knew that he wasn't gonna get away. The Dora Milaje
yeah,
catch his ass anyways.
yeah, they some
So
bad motherfuckers.
right, he's gonna let you know that this is happening because if it happens, don't say I didn't warn you. Don't have no grudge against me because I just told your ass what's up.
Yeah.
And then Sam was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
And that kind of just brings us back to, just figuring more out about where this serum is, trying to find Carly Morgenthau before she can spread this serum out and give it to more people, creating an army, because we already know what she did in the last episode, blowing up a building with civilians in it, and we can't have that. So Captain America, John Walker, the new Captain America, I should say, is back on the scene, even hotter than ever, because he actually busts in the room looking for,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's hot shit. He annoys me.
right, yeah, he busts in the room trying to take Zemo back to jail and everything too, and they're trying to tell Captain America that they need him for a little bit more to try to find Carly, because without finding her, they're gonna fucking be out of guesses, out of turns, out of moves, and just kind of lose her.
Mm-hmm.
But Captain America ain't hearing it. He busts in the room, and that's what happens right after they kind of talk about it. They bust in the room, and
Yeah.
Normalize bust in the room too, and the big confrontation happens, right?
Well, that was after a few things happened because that was first they were telling him that the Dharmalogy are coming, and then after that some stuff happens. I forgot everything that happens, but then because it's not the exact opposite scene. Oh, actually, don't they go and talk to the people in the place that and give the little kids candy and shit.
Oh yeah, the Turkish delights. That's a callback to
Yeah.
it's Chronicles of Narnia. Ha.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those Turkish delights, they would give them to the kids that come into the wardrobe. The queen of the wicked queen used to give those to the kids. But anyways, yeah,
yeah.
the Zemo. They said they used Zemo to talk to the locals to try to get information on where the Flag Smashers and the woman who died, where the funeral was going to be. That's what happened.
Yeah. Exactly, but the funny thing is they're giving for him to be who he is. They're giving him way too much leeway because they just let him walk around by himself, and it's like everybody's trying to get this information. It's like, why is he by himself? Like this dude he is a freaking criminal who is it's like, what are you guys doing? Yeah. And I mean, of course, if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have got that information. But still, it's like, why?
Telling the kids that he's like those guys are bad guys.
Yeah,
and shit like that. Yeah, shit's getting wild. Zemo needs to actually go, but he is helping him get information. But he is holding the information hostage because he's using it as leverage for him to kind of stay free as long as possible. That's what actually happens. He finds out the information, and they go back to the room. And what happens? I think somebody calls Sam's sister. Oh yeah, Carly calls Sam's sister. Because
no, that was a little bit you skipping a part. They go back. They actually go to the funeral, and Sam talks to her. Remember, Sam talks to Carly, and everything was going good. And then Cap, the new Cap, being a jackass, decides that he didn't want to wait the 10 minutes that Sam told him, and decides to rush inside of there. And then they get into that whole fight, and that's when Baron Zemo breaks himself loose and starts shooting at fucking Carly, which is like. If you look at his fighting style, you can see he's not like a super good fighter and then like that. He's good. He's good, but I feel like he's on the same level as Sam. And I'm looking at fighting styles and abilities on level. Sam is he's low. I think I would put Sam lower than Hawkeye. Hawkeye I would put on the same level as Black Widow and stuff. And so is Carter's Peggy Carter's niece.
Sharon.
And yeah, I think she's on that same level. Baron Zemo and Sam are on the same level. I think they're not great, hand to hand. Because if you look, you haven't seen any good fight scenes that Sam's been in, other than when he was fighting against the people on the plane on the first episode.
I think he had a good fight scene. It showed more of his skills when he got his the Falcon suit back. But because he uses the wings. Those boost techniques that he's be doing are sick as fuck. Like he boost kicks and boost punch. Those motherfucking punches will hurt hella hard.
They do, yeah.
But then, go ahead.
But then after that part, didn't Baron Zemo, he destroyed all the serums, remember?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And then,
let's get back though, because I think after he got the information from the kids, he went back to the crib. They were chilling. He was just popping the Turkish delights, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, the funeral's at 12 o'clock, but I'm not gonna tell you where any information about it because he's trying to use it as leverage to keep himself free. And that's when Captain
Exactly.
America busts in the room saying, "Oh, Zemo, you have to come back now." And that's when the Dora Milaje actually busts in the room at the same time.
No, that is not.
It's not?
No, he's giving yeah, that's a little bit farther towards the end.
I'm
Because remember when they bust in, he escapes, remember? And they can't find him again.
that's because they lock him to that. He locks him to the thing when they're
Yeah, he when they're fighting, he goes into the El Chapo thing, remember? And that was pretty much the last they saw him for that episode.
No way, because they take him to the meeting when they're talking to Carly. He gets handcuffed to the furnace.
Yeah.
And he escapes from the furnace, but he comes back because he shoots Carly, and
He comes back.
and
Yeah,
they, and they group up and they go back to the hotel room, right?
yeah, that's after, and that's when the Dora Milaje comes.
Okay.
After that, that's after the funeral. Yeah, but because remember they already broke the the storm and shit, and I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. But
No, because when he broke the serum is when at the end, because that's when Captain America gets it. And
that wasn't the end though, because Captain America then he decided to use it after he got his
right.
ass kicked
And
by
he
them.
comes back because that's when he tries to meet with both of them secretly is when he calls Sam's sister. But the
Yeah.
listeners, if you're confused, my bad. We're trying to retrack and see how we got the episode mixed up. But either way, I was just trying to talk about the fight when Captain America breaks in the room trying to take Baron Zemo to jail, and
Yeah,
Normalize
that
has been trying to take him as well. It was an epic ass fight.
that was an epic fight. I love that fight scene.
Right.
And my thing was like, why did she throw the spear immediately?
Right.
like damn, don't give him a second to think she just threw the spear at the new cap.
Right.
Like,
that's fighting words immediately, but they're already with the shits no matter what. But
if they're not super soldiers, why are they so fucking strong?
Their technique is just too much, and they're huge too. So I don't know.
They are big girls. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all the vibranium weapons. I feel like they're. Yeah, they just know what's gonna happen. Know what you're gonna do before you do it. It's kind of crazy.
Even when she kicked the new cap in the chest, Johnny Walker, remember? She kicked him in the chest. He flew and then got hit by the damn spear. I was like, damn.
Yeah, they're doing fucking super leverage moves. They jump. They remind me of the Amazons, but
yeah,
their moves are way more efficient. They don't get their ass whooped in their movies like fucking the Amazons do.
But, yeah, and then like after the whole fight scene is over, first of all, when Sam and him finally got into it, Sam was getting his ass kicked too.
Right.
And then it's just so was the Winter Soldier. He wasn't doing that move she did with
Unlock his arm.
Yeah, the little 5 fingers of death thing.
And he was like, "Fuck."
He looked so hurt. He looked so hurt.
He's like, "Why?"
Why? That was pretty cool. And then I just like the fact that it showed you that the new Cap was definitely going to use the serum because he was like they weren't even super soldiers. It wasn't the fact that he got beat up by girls. It was the fact that he's supposed to be a new Cap and regular people are whooping his ass.
Right.
They're not regular. They're not regular at all. But
oh no, yeah, they that shit was crazy. Stuck him between the spear and his shield, and he couldn't even move. He was like,
and that's why I was thinking about the shield too, because like how they're really about bringing vibranium back to Wakanda. When the girl picked the shield up, the other girl was like, "Leave it." So it was like that made me think that maybe it's not the same shield or something.
I feel it.
Yeah.
And then, what did you think about Cap? Did you actually know who the character is in the comics, so you kind of knew that Captain America was going to eventually take the serum because he.
Yeah, definitely.
In the comics, he becomes a super soldier, but his mind becomes crazy, and he kind of goes overboard.
Definitely.
This is the case when back to the fight you were talking about when they got the suit back. Captain America's partner, Battlestar, was kidnapped.
Battlestar, yeah.
Yeah, he was kidnapped.
Lamar Hoskins.
Yep.
Yeah.
They kidnapped him, and they actually kicked his ass into a pillar and killed him. So that kind of fucking that Captain.
I wonder if he's really gonna be dead though, because they didn't did he take a pulse? I didn't see him take a pulse or anything.
No, yeah, they didn't even because they showed his hand at the end, like for a split second, to kind of show that he might be alive still, and they kind of confirmed that he was dead, and it just kind of like let you know because this Cap came in the building wanting to fight. He took the super soldier serum after getting beat up by the Dora Milaje. When he put the serum in his tiny little pocket, that he was gonna take it. It just took one little moment to actually do it. And once he did, he threw that shield through the wall and it stuck halfway in the wall. I kind of felt like, oh shit, yeah, this fool is about to.
Oh yeah, instantly.
Yeah. He's about to
As soon
take.
as I saw that, he threw that shit. It went in like a good like half a foot deep into a concrete wall. I was like, oh yeah, he's clearly got the super serum.
Right. Yep. And once he unlocks his powers and kind of hones that in, and you know he's going to turn into a villain, just because the ending scene of this episode, he finds
Oh
the guy,
yeah.
the super soldier that actually kicked Battlestar into that
It
pillar.
wasn't even nah. It wasn't.
It was,
Carly's the one that punched Battle or
yeah, and he was just looking
Lamar.
where she was, and he was
Yeah, and
like,
that's
"Where?"
why the guy was like, "It wasn't me. It wasn't me."
Yeah, and fucking Captain America, fucking, but damn near chopped his head off with the shield, hit him with the
He
old
might
Captain
have. He
America.
might have. We don't know.
If it was Disney Plus, that's why I didn't show it. But he had to hit him in
Shit.
the neck at least 6 times. Hit him with
Yeah,
the old Captain America to the Energizer suit.
that
Just
was a nice little pose that he did at the end with the blood on the shield. I like that.
yeah. So that kind of it's gonna complete his transition into U.S. agent soon. I feel like towards the end of
Yeah.
the series, 2 more episodes to go, and he
Or
probably is gonna kind of.
Patriot. Isn't the name Patriot or something like that? I forgot what it is in the
I thought
comic,
it was,
but
I thought it was U.S. agent or something like that.
it might be that.
Yeah.
One thing was is like people were recording him doing that.
Right.
Everybody was. So
Hmm.
I feel like that's going to first mess up that part of him because they're not going to want him to be Captain America doing shit like that.
Right.
And if Lamar does live, because if you notice, Lamar is like really like a goody two shoe type of dude. He's not
Right.
like, but he's just loyal to his friend. And I feel like if he does live and then he sees that, it's going to make him have like switch sides
And something about
because
Lamar too, kind of, because remember when he asked the people he can translate, and he asked the
yeah,
people what they said or what the guy was saying to him, and he said,
uh,
"Oh, they don't know anything," and he didn't
oh
really
yeah,
translate. And then once he was Captain America, was John Walker was about to do something crazy, he kind of like tried to bring him down and was
yep.
siding with the Flag Smashers. So me personally, I want to know what kind of is going on with Lamar and kind of what his backstory is. Does he have something to do with the Flag Smashers? Was his family? I don't know. Something about his
I,
backstory is going to come
I
out.
think he's just like a morally right person, and he
Right,
starts to see like the issues with his friend
right,
because I mean every time he's talking to him, you can see like he's trying to just like calm him down and get him like on a good level because you can look in dude's eyes, he looks like he's fucking crazy
yeah,
already.
yeah,
Yeah, even Winter Soldier says that at one part. He's like, "Oh yeah, that guy's crazy." How do you know? He's like, "'Cause I'm crazy."
yeah. And and then after he fucking killed dude, he just knew he looked into it because he's always trying to get the respect from his peers, Winter Soldier
Yeah,
and Falcon, first and foremost. So when he looked at him, they just knew that he fucked up, and the disappointment in their face with him, he just knew that he fucked up. And I think
yeah.
that's the first time he just looked back and realized maybe I did go too far. But maybe this is the point where Sam Wilson actually does step up and take the mantle and take the responsibility of being the Winter Soldier and excuse me, the Captain America, because
Yeah.
obviously after the fallout of him killing this dude on camera, I think something major is going to change.
Yeah, and we know that he gets the shield back. And I remember like in the trailers they had before it ever came out, they showed him and Bucky
Oh,
throwing
plant
the shield.
throwing it, yeah,
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be like probably like the last episode, the ending scene of them doing that, just showing that they got it back and he's training to be Cap or
yeah.
something. But
But fuck,
yeah, I don't know how they're gonna take this dude out because I mean he crazy. He's already like super like a good fighter. That's the one thing that makes him different is like when he came out and he was fighting against the guy and he broke the damn I bent the pipe around him and the guy was like, oh shit. It was
yeah.
like, yeah, this guy already is a trained military expert. He's trained in hella different
Right.
combats.
And he's gonna be fucking.
Now, yeah, now he exactly now he's on your level. You guys have no. That's like
Right.
me fighting against somebody equally my size, but they can't fight for shit, and I can fight. It's like, who's gonna win that? Obviously, the guy who knows what he's doing.
And that's the opposite of Steve Rogers, because Steve Rogers was a small ass dude and learned how to fight and do all this shit. Knows how to
Exactly.
fight, and then took the serum and learning how to use his powers. It's gonna be some
Yeah.
ugly shit that's gonna happen. But me
That's another
personally,
thing.
go ahead.
That serum, Steve Rogers' serum made you big. It
Hmm.
made him a lot bigger. Like
Right,
their serum doesn't change their actual physical appearance.
right. It's dense, like their bones get dense and shit, like inside of them,
Yeah.
like but they don't change it, which is more scary because anybody can be a super soldier in that case. You can't spot
Yeah.
them right away, so that's kind of fucking trippy as well. But fuck, man. I wonder. I really do wonder where it's gonna go from here. Maybe he becomes the U.S. agent and becomes an anti-hero, and he just steps to the side after this situation because we only have 2 episodes to go. And I really think the
Yeah.
Power Broker is gonna actually be the big bad. And I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with Sharon because in this episode she was walking through, blockade with a whole bunch of armed soldiers. And my thing in it, if you look closely, she had like a zip up jacket. It kind of looked like the sword symbol. So I don't know if she's could
Hmm.
be a part of sword, and I kind of missed that. I have to look at the
I'm,
review.
I'm, I'm,
This one.
I'm pretty sure she would. I'm pretty sure she may be exiled, but she probably like under like a deep cover mission, working for what's the damn name again? Samuel L. What's the damn guy's name again?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. Yeah, because I did notice that too, and she has too much. Just for somebody who's exiled, she has
Cool.
too many resources.
Exactly.
Yeah,
She's just walking through shit like I got people shooting, and she's making it seem she didn't mention that she shot Shelly or nothing like that. So
yeah.
who the fuck shot? You know what I'm saying? I don't. So we still got to figure that out. I'm trying to figure that out, but shit,
I'm
man,
hoping that maybe she's gonna be the new Black Widow. I don't know.
that'd be
They
cool.
gotta get. Yeah, I
That'd be
mean,
cool.
and I don't think she's a character from the comics. I gotta look it up again. I don't remember, but she's already got hands like her, and she's willing to take life like her. So
Yep,
she could be.
I feel that. And yeah, man, I hope everybody gets a chance to catch up to the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Shit's gonna, get more intense. There's only 2 episodes to go, like I said. So anything can kind of happen here. I'm still waiting to see some cameos.
I'm waiting to see them to maybe have a better conversation with the Black Cap. That was like I liked his character, even though it was there for a brief second.
Right.
I just want them to get more into the backstory. Maybe they'll bring up the fact that he spent those 30 years in prison just because he wore Captain America's suit when he completed a mission.
Right.
And America was so racist, they was like, "Oh, you gonna dress up like Captain America? Hell no!" And they put him in prison for 30 years just for that.
That's
Crazy.
Yeah, and I really want to know who the power broker is. Maybe it's somebody we know from the MCU. Maybe it's somebody
Yeah.
kind of chilling.
And if he's a power broker, like I wonder if he has other like forms of power, like maybe he has some of Stark's tech or something to give the people. Because I mean, he can't be called the power broker and just have some serums that he didn't even acquire them really because they got stolen before he ever got them. So
right.
his name has to come from somewhere. So.
Right. So yeah, you guys hope to see you guys checking out the new episode this Friday because, like I said, 2 left. Catch up, guys. Before we go, we can try to get into some other shit. I'm gonna want to talk about a little bit about the Loki trailer. Have you seen the official trailer for the Loki show?
I've seen the older trailers. I haven't seen the new one.
They just dropped a new trailer. It's kind of more of a complete trailer, kind of telling you what the show is going to be about.
When is it supposed to air?
June 11th.
June 11th. Okay.
So probably, gives us a little bit to finish out the Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Then 2 weeks after, probably will come out just like the WandaVision and the Falcon Winter Soldier kind of transition.
Yeah.
But
I don't know about 2 weeks because if you said it's June something and they only got 2 more episodes left of this, so probably got like a month off. But.
Right. Yeah, because I think I don't think a movie comes out soon because I pushed back the Black Widow until like
I've been waiting to see that forever. This Corona shit just fucked everything up.
Yeah, it's pushed that way back. But yeah, basically, it's gonna be a show about Loki going back in time and fixing all the shit that he fucked up when he stole the Tesseract in the movie in Endgame.
Yeah.
So basically, he made hella variants of himself in different fucking
time zones.
and he has to go back and fix everything.
Shit up.
Basically, yeah. So
is that what it's gonna be about? And have to fix everything.
Yeah, he's gonna be part of he's like a prisoner within this this time police type of people.
Oh, he's gonna be part of what the hell they called again? I forgot the name of them. But yeah, the time they're like a prominent group in Marvel. I forgot the name of them, but one of their main issues is King the Conqueror stuff. So
I feel
that's be cool. He's gonna be kind of like he's his a one man Suicide Squad.
Right. Yeah. So he basically goes back and tries to fix all that shit. There's gonna be hella different variants of him. I don't know if he's gonna have to kill him or what he's gonna have to do. But Owen Wilson's in it. It seems like it's gonna be pretty funny. There's a bunch of people in it. So yeah, I'm excited to see that. I'm glad they dropped another trailer because at first I didn't really know what it was gonna be about.
They say how many episodes it's gonna be?
No, I didn't check that out yet. But probably if you go on IMDb, you can probably see.
Yeah.
Show you how many episodes it is. But that's going to be epic. And let's talk a little bit about Invincible on Amazon Prime.
Hey, did another episode come out on Friday?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it yet.
I was hoping you saw that one. That shit is epic as fuck, yo. But
I'm caught up. I'm caught up until that point, so don't spoil it for me. What you can, honestly, I don't care. I'm gonna watch it regardless.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of visually pleasing. It's just basically Invincible is a new I think animate not animation. This is a
It's
new
no, it's a comic. I think it's from. I don't know if it's Image
Image
Comics.
Comics.
Something
Yeah,
like
it's Image
yeah.
Comics. It's a new kind of animated series from Image Comics about a superhero. He's half. What do they call him? Uh,
Vetelite. I don't know, something with a V.
Vulturemite. Vulturemite.
Not is it Vulturemite? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
yeah. Half Vulturemite, half human boy who's trying to discover his powers. He's pretty much OP, kind of like Superman and shit.
His
But
dad is. He's not on that
yeah,
level yet, but he's
his
getting there.
dad is Superman. Basically, his name is what? Ion or something like that.
Nah, his name is something with an O. Omni Man. Omni Man. Omni
Omni
Man.
Man, Omni Man.
Yeah,
He's basically like an OP ass superhero character. Everybody
he's
loves.
fucking crazy.
It's crazy as fuck. This comic is super gory. In this
Oh
animated
yeah.
series, it's like a rated mature kind of comic animated series. It's very amazing. So this kid has like he's basically half human, half Ultramite. He's trying to discover his powers, but he's not super in control of them yet. But he's kind of like if you've seen One Punch Man, him and his dad are pretty much like him. He can basically just beat people up hella easily, but he's not really in control of his powers. They be smashing people's heads,
Oh
throwing
my
guns
god.
through
Yeah.
people's heads. It's just
Oh yeah. They be like fucking the lasers when they just like taking out a whole crowd of people walking away. It was like they have no kind of like line that they're not willing to cross.
right. If
They
you
don't
like
give a
story
shit.
type of anime that be out nowadays, it puts it in an animated superhero kind of series. It shows you a lot of shit that would actually happen if they didn't dumb down or dumb down the powers of superhero
DC,
cartoons.
DC,
Yeah.
yeah,
If you had a DC cartoon type superhero punch somebody in real life and their head explode or some shit like that, or they'll be ripping off
yeah.
people's arms. It's a great series. It's a great series.
They also go into like a little detail about the powers, like when his dad's training him, he explains like flying, how it's like not just you can't just fly normally, it's like a muscle. You gotta actually like work it out and make it stronger and stuff. And it's kind of like walking for the first time when you first do it.
Right.
And like yeah, it was pretty dope the way they explained it. And also about you can't like when they go into space, they can't just breathe in outer space. He actually has to hold his breath,
You can hold his
which is
breath for
dope.
how long though, which is like, pretty epic.
Yeah, hell long.
Pretty epic. But the show's basically about this half Ultramite, half human kid trying to go through high school and also try to become a superhero like his dad. You meet other superheroes in it with kind of like the normal common powers you see in DC or Marvel, but it kind of gives it their own little spin. And up
Hmm.
until now, it's been super enjoyable. Like I said, if you like the gore and the fighting and the shit that you should see in Marvel and DC, it kind of gives you that kind of introspective view of it. It's a weekly show, so you can only get one episode a week. There's about 5 episodes in now. I'm not gonna give too much away because I'm sure everybody hasn't seen it yet. I want you guys to go see this one because this shit is epic, man. It's everything.
Yeah.
If Superman was out there killing people, if the Justice League or
Not only that, but like when you watch the DC comics, when people come and attack cities and shit, or when like people like Darkseid, it never shows what happens to the actual population. This
right,
one
yeah,
shows it in like extreme detail.
right, yeah, people
It's
get
like,
shot.
yeah, they're getting torn to pieces.
Yeah,
Like, and even when they save people, sometimes it's like those people get hurt in the process. It goes into deep detail of what really should happen if you have superpower people around a bunch of normal people.
right. Yeah, shit's nuts. Shit's nuts.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Invincible. And I like how it leads into every episode by him having a little sentence with Invincible.
Yeah, just
I'm not gonna die. I'm invincible.
yeah.
It's pretty epic. Yeah, it comes out every Friday, directly to Amazon Prime. Get your streaming game up because that's where everything pretty much comes to. Yeah, I think we did a good job this episode reviewing episodes 3 and 4, Power Broker, and episode 4. I forgot what exactly what the title was. But shit, thank you for being here. This is the time where I like to tell them where they can find you at. Where can they find you at, aka?
Same place I always say. I think it's like a Keo Young or Keo Green on Instagram. I think that's it though. But like I said before, I'm private. And I'm not about to add anybody. So
Unless they talking about business and adding incorporating onto the Best of Bias podcast. We're taking applications. for people who know social media marketers, people like that to help us move our brand, maybe merch, people that can help us design new Best of Bias poses for the bear I got. You guys know the Best of Bias bear. Check it out. New branding areas we're trying to go in, man. Trying to make us more personable. I haven't really given them a name yet. I'm trying to figure out a name to give the Best of Bias bear, but that's all I got for him right now. But you know where to find me at SAC_Lydell. You probably see it down there. And then on Snapchat, Patrick_Lydell. You probably see that down there. I'm just kidding, down there. But yeah, Best of Bias on Instagram. You know where to find that. YouTube videos. We got a bunch up now. It's Best of Bias on YouTube. Go like, subscribe. We're on everywhere you can find your favorite podcast: Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts. These videos, man. Thank you so much, AKA, because I know I've been getting a lot of feedback. Everybody loves the little clips and stuff in there, kind of showing them exactly what we're talking about. If they haven't seen these shows, don't know the topics we're talking about, gives them more of a in-depth view of the shit that we talk about here on the Best of Bias podcast. Thank you so much. Everybody give them a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. But yeah, of course, we got Anime Kumite coming up, King versus Doctor Strange. I will be representing King from Seven Deadly Sins. Deshaun, as you see him all the time on the podcast, will be representing Doctor Strange. And Ariel will be reffing this time. So it's going to, be an interesting episode. Ariel gets to kick back and not take an L this time. So he's
only took one L.
We're 1-1. So he's trying to get Deshaun to give him a chance to take an L too. So sports episode coming soon. Got a lot of shit to talk about. NBA, Jokic's about to win MVP. I want to talk about, the Buccaneers signing everybody back. I want to talk about Tom Brady. All that shit is coming. Music coming. Everything coming. It's the Best of Bias podcast. Thank everybody for being here. Come back next time. You never know we're going to drop content. Content's coming all the time. But yeah, any last words, AKA? Anything else?
Nah.
We out of here. Where that theme song at, boy?
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. The best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias. You are now listening to the Best of Bias podcast.